Hello everyone, welcome to today's class about the power and significance of Tao Calligraphy Tao Chang. I'm very happy that you are joining. Before we will talk about Tao Calligraphy Tao Chang, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Tanja Borchert, I'm living in Germany, in the Berlin area, and I was a cosmetician. I was self-employed, I had my own business, I was treating clients, and they were coming to me and they trusted me, and so they were telling me about all their issues, health issues, challenging relationships, challenging challenges with their children, intelligence, and so much more. So I was always listening to all their challenges and I was thinking, okay, but how can I help them other than listening and sending lots of love and compassion to them? And then one day, my shoulder hurts. And it hurts so much that I need to go to the doctor, because as a cosmetician, you need to always work with your arm. You know, it was the right shoulder. I was doing massage, and you know, you always have to use the right arm. So I went to the doctors, and they were treating me, and it was also very painful sometimes, the treatments, and I had acupuncture, but it didn't really help. So I was thinking, okay, what can I do? Should I sell the business? Should I give everything up? What can I do? But what kind of job can I do other than being a cosmetician? And then at that time, I had a friend, and she was doing hypnosis. And I went there, and she told me, maybe you should become a healer. I was like, healer? Okay. I never thought about it before. So, okay. And then I was looking in the internet, and I found out that a few weeks later there would be a fair in Berlin, fair for spirituality and healing. And I was like, wow, I need to go there. And then I found out very quickly in the internet that Dr. Master Zhigang Sha would come to Berlin, and he would offer a workshop for receiving divine healing hands. In October. It was 2013. And I was like, yeah, I will register. My soul instantly knew, okay, that's it, just register. Okay, I wanted to register, but it was sold out. Then I went to the fair, and at that time, the Berlin group had a teacher, David Latsch, and he was talking about their modalities, how the self-healing practices are working. And I went there, I listened, and I instantly knew that's it. My soul was like, wow, finally, you came home. I was so happy, I was so excited, you know, I was shivering, wow, it was such a special day. So it's like the first day of my second life, you can say it like this. And then I was saying, yeah, okay, I want to receive divine healing hands, but it's sold out. And they said, no, we have a little space, you can still join. So I joined the workshop in October 2013. I received my divine healing hands. Today we call it Tao hands. And this is the first step of becoming a healer in the system of Master Sha, in the educational program of the Tao Academy. So I did it. And that was the rocket ship I took at this time. So it went whoosh up. And then later I became a Tao calligraphy practitioner, Guanyin lineage holder, and now since a little bit more than 1 year, I'm very honored to be a certified master teacher of the Tao Academy, a worldwide representative of Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha. And I'm using calligraphy every day, you know. And then a little bit more than 1 year ago, I had the opportunity to become part of the Master Sha Dao Center Berlin. So I was still working. I was then able to work again as a cosmetician, and I still did it. I didn't have that many clients. I reduced it a little bit so that my arm, you know, is not that challenged anymore, and it healed. I received transmissions. I was using the self-healing techniques, and over time my shoulder healed. And today, since many years, it's totally fine. But then last year, I had the possibility to become a part of the Master Sha Dao Center Berlin. And that meant that I needed to let go of my beauty business, of my cosmetician business. So I did. I quit everything, and I'm now working in the center. It's the best working place I can ever imagine. I love it so much, and I'm teaching there. I'm organizing everything, and currently I'm the leader there. And so we are working every day with Tao Calligraphy. I use it every day personally for myself and for my family, but also we are teaching about Tao calligraphy, and I can see the change in the students and the people that are working with the calligraphies. And before we are talking more about Tao calligraphy, Tao Chang, I would like to introduce to you my spiritual father and teacher, Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha. He's a Chinese. And at the very young age of 6, he has learned Tai Chi, because he saw a Tai Chi master in the park, and he ran there, and he was so excited because he saw how the Tai Chi master was just lifting his arm, and with the energy, all the disciples were pushed away, so they were jumping back, and he was like, wow, I want to do that too. And he was running there and said, please accept me as your student. And the teacher said, no, you are way too young. You are only 6 and I can't do that. And then he was talking to his parents and he was begging, please accept me. And so finally the teacher accepted him, and he became a student and later a disciple, and he learned Tai Chi. That was at the age of 6. At the age of 10, he learned Qigong. Then when he was 12, he learned Shaolin Kung Fu. So he learned many ancient secret arts and modalities. And he was always thinking, how can I help people? He saw the challenges with his family members, health challenges and other things. He saw people on the street suffering so much, and his heart was opening very much, and he was thinking, how can I help them? What can I do? And so he learned more and more, and he became a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine in China and Canada, and he's also a medical doctor in China. He's a Tao Grandmaster. He has received the Tao Martin Luther King Jr. King Award for promoting world peace in 2006. He was also appointed as Shu Fa Jia, that means National Chinese Calligraphy Master. That was 2016 in Beijing. And then 2013, he learned Ibiza from Professor Li. But before he met Professor Li, he was already very famous as an acupuncturist. He had his own clinic, he was treating thousands of people, and he was really famous. And then in the 1990, he moved to Canada. And then in 1992, he received a calling from heaven to travel around the world to teach ancient Chinese practices of self-healing, to combine everything, and to travel around the world to teach the people how to become happier and healthier. So he did that. And then, as I said, in 2013, he learned Ibiza from Professor Li. And Professor Li at this time was already over 100 years old. And she was the only lineage holder from Taishe. And Taishe was the last teacher of the last Chinese emperor's family. So it was a huge honor that Master Sha was able to learn from this Professor Li. And Professor Li was teaching Master Sha the Ibiza style. Tao calligraphy is based on Chinese writing. But Ibiza is a special form. You know, calligraphy is art, but it's so much more than art. It's beyond art. So he learned Ibiza. Ibiza means one stroke calligraphy. So you don't have the separate characters like a normal Chinese writing, but you have this one stroke calligraphy. So it is written with one qi, with one energy flow, and that's very special about it. So he learned that, and then later he was the founder of the Love Peace Harmony Foundation. He founded the Tao Academy. He's a humanitarian, and he trained more than 6,000 teachers and Tao calligraphy practitioners, master teachers all over the world. So he was able then, after learning this Ibiza style, he was then able to connect the essence of Western medicine, of traditional Chinese medicine, of Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, of 5,000 years old energy and spiritual secrets, everything as one. So all these sacred things could melt as one after he learned Ibiza style calligraphy. His life study and experience prepared him to be able to create the Tao Chang, and he dedicated his life to make others happier and healthier. So how is Tao Chang Tao Calligraphy working now? Tao is the source, you could say the creator of all life. And Chang means field. Tao Chang means, Chang is a Chinese word and it means field. So Tao Chang is created by Tao calligraphy. Every Tao calligraphy is a Tao Chang. You can have more than one calligraphy. Then you have a big Tao Chang. And they have their own field. And the one who is writing the calligraphy, in this case Master Sha, is connecting with the Tao, with the highest source, with the creator, with the way of all life, and is pouring this high energy, this purest energy into the calligraphy. So the calligraphy then carries the highest energy. So let me explain it to you a little bit more detailed. So there's a universal law, there's an ancient sacred wisdom, and this wisdom, this law is called Shen Qi Jing. Shen Qi Jing is a universal law. What does it mean? This means it's not a German law, it's not a Canadian law, not an English law. It's a universal law. This means it applies to everyone and everything. So what does Shen Qi Jing mean? These are Chinese words. So Shen means soul. Shen consists of soul, heart and mind. Qi means energy and Jing means matter. So the Shen part, the soul is the boss of everything. And when we have challenges in our life or when we are sick, that means we carry negative Shen Qi Jing. Because in every part, you can carry positive information or negative information. So Shen is the information. You can say Shen or information. Soul is then the content of the information. Heart is the receiver of the information. Mind is the processor of the information. The energy is the actioner that acts on this information. And the matter is the transformer who brings it into manifestation. So how does it work? For example, you have a health challenge. That means, let's say, in your heart. That means you carry negative Shen Qi Jing in your heart. This means on the soul level, there's a negative information, a negative content. It's also on the heart level, on the mind level, on all levels. And if you want to transform it to positive information, we can use now the Tao calligraphy. And because the Tao calligraphy carries the purest Shen Qi Jing, it can transform our negative Shen Qi Jing to positive Shen Qi Jing. So we bring in the purest Shen Qi Jing of the Tao, of the Creator, of the way of all life, to our physical body or to our relationships, to our finances, to our business. And bit by bit, we can transform the negative content of the information into positive information. And because the soul is the boss, we start always at the soul level. So one of the one-sentence secrets of Master Sha is, hear the soul first, then heart, mind, energy and matter will follow. So how is it working now? When we are working with the Tao calligraphy that carries the purest Shen Qi Jing, we have several ways to use it. So you can just meditate with the calligraphy, sit in the field, you can trace it. That means you can put your 5 fingers together and follow the path of the stroke. Or you can put your hands towards the calligraphy and you can feel the energy coming towards your palms, and in this way it is flowing in all of your cells. You can of course write calligraphy. So there are many ways you can use this beautiful calligraphies. And the calligraphies carry also the 10 highest qualities of the Tao. And that is greatest love, greatest forgiveness, greatest compassion, greatest light, greatest humility, greatest harmony, greatest flourishing, greatest gratitude, greatest service, and greatest enlightenment. All these calligraphies are stored in this writing because of the connection. When Master Sha is writing the calligraphy, he connects to the source, and the source can pour all of these beautiful qualities into the calligraphy. And when we are tracing the calligraphy or meditating or doing calligraphy Tai Chi, body movement, then this beautiful energy can come into our cells, into the soul of our relationships, into the soul of our finances, our business, and so much more. And this is how Tao Chang Tao Calligraphy works. And I invite all of you to come to the center, to come to the teachers all around the world, to attend the webcast, to just be with us, because Master Sha is always saying, if you want to know if a pear is sweet, taste it. And I invite you to taste it. Go to the homepage of Master Sha. It's drsha.com, and you can participate in so many free events at this time. And for my own experience, as I already said, I'm using Tao Calligraphy daily, so I'm very blessed. I have several original calligraphies from Master Sha in my home. I use them daily. I use them for myself, because my life is not perfect. I'm much better, and but my life is not perfect. But now, when I have challenges, I know how to transform them, and that makes me so happy that I can work on my own, on my challenges, because Master Sha is empowering each and every one of us to use the self-healing practices. So I'm tracing calligraphy for myself, for my family, for my clients, for the students in Berlin. We are using it every day in the center. And my family is healthy, even in these challenging times with the pandemic. Everyone is healthy and quite happy, and I'm so very lucky that I have met Master Sha on my way, that heaven guided me to come on my path of becoming a healer, you know. And so in this way, I've learned about calligraphy and use calligraphy every day. And I encourage each and every one of you to do the same, to come to our events, to listen, to taste the pear, and if you like it, to continue on your path. So I thank you so much for listening to this class, and I'm very happy to see you next time. Bye bye.